Hi, I'm Simon Lewicki and this is AdTown. My name is Simon Lewicki, aka the artist known in some circles as Groove Terminator, originally from Adelaide. Lived in Sydney for most of my working career, been here in Los Angeles probably 4 years. Let's see, what did I start off being? A DJ in nightclubs, make records, moving over here, trying to score films and write TV commercials and music for film and television, sound design. I write pop songs for pop stars. Yeah, I think that's probably it in a nutshell. A couple of remixes have been pretty huge. I mean, I remember doing the Dead or Alive one was pretty cool because that was such a big song of our youth. Pretty much resurrected their career at the point, and it was massive. I think it was top 20 in Australia, and it sort of was. I think it was kind of gold in quite a few territories. It was one of those records where it's like #1 in Latvia and stuff like that, you know, which is always fun. It's always fun to have your first #1 in an Eastern Bloc country. And that record led to me getting my major label record deal, like signed to Virgin, and on from there. So I mean, that's definitely been a career highlight. I had a Billboard #1 over here in 2000. That was pretty cool. And I think the coolest thing about me for that was my mother was travelling here for work at the moment, and she actually went into a store and picked up a Billboard and saw my name like #1 on the Billboard dance charts and stuff. That was very cool as well. The first couple of ARIA nominations, never won, always been a bridesmaid, never a bride at the ARIAs. That's been very cool. And just recently, since I've been here, getting to go to the Grammys was always like a lifetime dream. Getting to go has been pretty amazing. And I mean, I've sort of met a lot of my heroes over here, and like I used to have a rule like never meet your heroes because you're always going to be disappointed, but getting to meet a whole bunch now, especially people like Quincy Jones and stuff, that really inspired me, even though my music sounds nothing like Quincy Jones. He's just the dude, he's just a pimp and he's just an incredible musician and amazingly talented creative genius, and just meeting people like that just really inspires you, and and they're really cool, and having people like that who are right at the top of the game, I mean at the top of the game forever, and seeing their humility and all that sort of stuff, and just being open. Like I'm from Adelaide, you know, I went to Adelaide High, you know, it's like, and they're talking to me, and I'm like, this is just so surreal. I mean, I know you saw my blogs on Facebook when I was at the Grammys a couple of weeks ago, and I was just like, oh my God, you know, like I'm not standing behind Sir Paul McCartney, and it's just like, it's a Beatle, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know, these people were in the record shelves, you know, when I was growing up. So stuff like that's been pretty cool, I think. You can kind of get that chip on your shoulder sort of thing, I think, sometimes, but I personally, when I first started making like records and doing remixes, I caught a bit of that sort of localism and sort of that prejudice from interstate, especially on the East Coast. It was like, oh, you're from Adelaide, so you wouldn't have any idea about musical remixing and stuff like that. And I was told by a lot of people that I had to move East Coast if I was going to be taken seriously. I definitely don't think that's the case anymore. And I think, if anything, me growing up in Adelaide, and I don't know if it's just, you know, my environment that I grew up in as well, but it's a case of, you know, it really is anything is possible, and there's no barriers, there's no one telling you, oh, you can't do that because you're from here. It was like, sure you can do that, you know, no worries. Why? I guess, if anything, having to do the most with what you have probably teaches us to be more resourceful. You know, like, for example, you know, we never had the budgets. Like, yeah, I didn't have that. You know, didn't have record distribution. You didn't have this person to work with. And it's like, now you do have this. I'm thankful for what I've got to work with.